It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Let's go now.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. And incomplete to open things up. You talk about the Seahawks defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Young to throw it. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 39 yards there, a big one.
It's early, but it now it's a cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Smith here, an audible at the line. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks! DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive? Sometimes
it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Young will set to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Come on, set.
They run with a third-year man, Chuba Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Boye Mafe. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Running left is Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now it's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. (10-0) the score after 1 on EA Sports.
here's a 2nd and 8.
Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd down and 6.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Throwing is Smith.
Man open downfield. It's Metcalf.
Touchdown! DK Metcalf with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They're looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders, as they stop him short of the line to gain. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, here we go, hey. Hey, let's go Sunday.
Again, it's Walker. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This 2nd and 4.
Hey, trio left. Sunday, here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Smith. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Steps away to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Hey, trio left.
Throwing now is Geno. Under pressure, they got him again. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Young looks to throw on first down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
A 41-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now Geno on first down. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to put one over his head as this game progresses.
That one 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Tariq Woolen picks it.
Young's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And now Smith going to change the play. Geno now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Metcalf motions left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. In motion right, that's Metcalf. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
All right, Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Out of his end zone, Young. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. A play fake. Now Young. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
1st down, Panthers.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Ultra. Go ultra. Striker. 3-3. Speedo blue. Ready.
They'll throw again. Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Young. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, Young loses it. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to Walker on 1st down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now it's the rookie from UCLA, Zach Charbonnet.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
A 43-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
On the ready.
3rd and 19.
Now Young. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 5. And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about